Guam's road to recovery continues in the wake of Typhoon Mawar. We rebuild, we recover, we restore, and Rod Boss is the chief over at Docomo Pacific, and his team has been working around the clock to make sure that happens. So, Rod, good morning, sir, and best to you and your team. You guys have been really hustling out there, and we do appreciate it.
Good morning. Thank you, Jace.
Okay, so let's start with the very obvious question. You have been restoring connectivity, telecommunications, obviously very, very essential at this time. What is the status of your network this morning here on Thursday?
We've been kind of just completing all the surveys, top really north to south, all the way down. We've had all of our teams out on the road, actually just looking at every part of our network. There's really two layers to our network: our mobile network and our fixed network. And so those are the things that we've spent. Obviously, we've been from the very next day, we were out working to get kind of all the first responders connected. So we went immediately to GPA. First of all, we needed those guys connected because power has been such an issue for everybody. And so making sure that all the first responders were kind of our highest priority, because they're the ones helping everybody else. So we spent a lot of time with that. The first few days, the teams were out making sure that they have that. Some great news is, the mobile network never went down. We lost a lot of sites, and we've lost some connectivity for customers mainly because of power. I was mostly worried that we were going to have a lot of damage to our actual plant. The poles are going to be down, our cell towers and things, but we've seen minimal damage to the actual plant. Now, when a cellular antenna gets moved around, we have to go back and retune that. And so we're having, but again, I think minimal damage to the actual plant. It's the connectivity and the power that have been the biggest problem for us across the island. And I think, everybody in their own homes are having the same situation.
All right, and again, best of luck to you and all of your linesmen, your network operators, the people working, the call centers and everything, everybody who's working to get you back to tip-top shape. Please.
Oh, let me just add one thing. One of the things that we've been able to do as well is immediately we've reached out to bring our technicians from Saipan here. Saipan, Rota was hit, but Saipan was not. So we were able to bring our people in from Saipan. We're in the process of bringing some people in from off islands, from some of our partners here in the Pacific, who are loaning us, if you will, fiber technicians, tower climbers, people who can come in to augment our own crews to be able to help restore things as quickly as we can.
Absolutely, many hands make light work, as I say. Okay, now you've also made some very generous concessions for your subscribers who are obviously undergoing some hardships at this time. So can you explain what you're doing to accommodate everybody's needs?
Sure. What we've done is anybody we're using prepaid services, top up are free. We're actually removed data caps for every postpaid customer, so people don't need to worry about do I have the connectivity that I need to be able to recover. So we immediately did that. Some of our competitors followed, I think, with that, and I think that's the least that we could do. Obviously, we're working with each customer individually. If you don't have service, you're not going to be paying for service you're not getting. So we'll be working that out customer by customer, and reaching out to us. All of our retail locations are open now. Again, looking, to be as safe as we could to get them, to get everybody open, so we can accommodate everybody. There is damage. People have to be tolerant of the like everywhere on Guam, that we have to be just careful as we get out and get visiting.
So let's talk about that. With your actual retail centers and for face-to-face interaction, are all your retail centers open with normal hours of operation at this time? And also, yeah, does the little robot in the mall go around and still help people with the issues that they may have?
I'm not sure if the robot's going right now, but everybody's open. So we're open across all of our retail operations are open, and regular hours, and people can access that the way they normally do.
Outstanding. Okay, and before I let you go, Rod, because I know you've got a company to run. There's much more work remains, but you're an engineer, right? And so part of that discipline is understanding the root cause or the first principles of any problem. What do you, in your mind, sitting in the seat that you sit, see as kind of what the true nature of the problem was caused by the storm for running a telecommunications network?
Well, I think that it's power. Power is probably the biggest issue for us right now because our network has to be powered, and we need to have that connectivity. So we have generators on a lot of our key big cell sites. A lot of them don't have, and so what we're having to do is take portable generators and deploy those to those areas. Another thing I think that people are wondering, well, if GPA got my power on, how come I don't have my internet connection? Because now my power's on. So that's a question I've heard a lot, and I'm sure people are asking. And what I wanted to say to that is there's really three pieces to that, to restoring the network. One is the connectivity, the fiber connection to that site. So if that's been cut, we have to repair that, even though the power came back on. If there isn't power, we're getting power. But again, that connectivity, and then in the cellular sites, we can actually tune those antennas to be able to make sure that if they've been knocked askew, they can be aligned again so that everybody gets a connection. I had an experience last night. I was at a friend's house in Tumbling. She said, I don't have my internet. I got my power. When's my internet coming back? And I said, well, we have to, when the lines are all connected, you'll be back up there. But I said, do you have a mobile? She goes, well, yeah, I've got a Docomo mobile here. So we did a speed test. We're getting, really good speeds on her mobile. I said, just tether to your mobile.
There you go.
And you're getting as good a speeds as you would have been getting on your fixed line internet line. And she said, wow, that's great. So she tethered to that, and suddenly her computer, everything's working. She's just tethering to her mobile. So one message is, mobile has been really resilient. So if your fixed line internet is not working, and it might not be for a while until we can get all those lines repaired, just tether to your mobile, and that becomes your Wi-Fi. Your hotspot. If you have a smartphone, that hotspot will be your internet connection.
There you go. A very, very effective life hack from the CEO of Docomo Pacific, Mr. Rod Boss. So Rod, once again, we do wish best of luck and Godspeed to you and all of your technicians there, and everybody who came down to supplement your workforce. We do appreciate you getting us back online.
Thanks, Jason.
All right.